Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. The article that I have here is coming from an American outlet. I don't want to say news outlet, but nevertheless, it provides with information, probably taken from other sources. And it talks about some American fighters who were captured in Ukraine by the Russians. So this article comes from Daily Beast from today, June 15th, 2022. And the article is written by Alison Quinn. This is the title. Execution Happy Russia Snatched American Fighters in Ukraine. It's like the American fighters were just walking down the street and the evil Russians just grabbed them, snatched them, and said, let's go in front of a firing squad. Yeah, okay, let's start the article. Foreign volunteers, so they're volunteers, nothing else. You know what the Russians will call them, right? So foreign volunteers fighting against Russian troops in Ukraine sounded the alarm Wednesday over two American fighters they say had been taken captive amid heavy fightings. Robert Drurke, D-R-U-E-K-E, 39, and Andy, I don't know how to pronounce this name, Hynt, H-U-Y-N-H, 27, were serving with Ukrainian military when they were taken in Kharkiv last week, the Telegraph reported. When they were taken. Taken what? To the ball, the wedding. They were taken captive. And I'm quoting, we were out on a mission and the whole thing went absolutely crazy with bad intel. We were told the town was clear when it turned out the Russians were already assaulting it. End quote. A man who had been fighting alongside the two told the newspaper. He said the two had vanished in a showdown with Russian forces, and a subsequent search of the area found no sign of them, nothing. The two are believed to be the first American volunteers taken prisoner by Russian forces since February 24th invasion. Earlier Wednesday, a Twitter account run by a task force comprised of former US and French servicemen announced that two Americans had been taken captive. There was no immediate confirmation from Ukrainian authorities, though the statement noted that the men's fate had been, and I'm quoting, confirmed by Ukrainian intelligence, end quote. And I'm quoting again. We have not since heard anything about their well-being, the statement said, explaining that the Americans had been taken when a week ago our team ended up isolated in the middle of Russian offensive, end quote. So, during the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum on Wednesday, Maria Zakharova, a spokeswoman, man, I guarantee you she's a woman, for Russia's foreign ministry, praised the recent death sentence handed down against two British citizens and a Moroccan citizen by Russian proxies in occupied Donetsk. British citizens Sean Pinner and Aidan Aslin, along with Moroccan citizen Ibrahim Sadoun, were all officially part of the Ukrainian armed forces when they were captured amid heavy fighting in Mariupol. Russian-backed authorities rushed through a trial against the group in less than 3 days and handed down a death sentence last Thursday. And I'm quoting, such a harsh sentence, it seems, will become a clear example of all the other so-called soldiers of fortune will fight on the side of Ukrainian neo-Nazis or intend to join them because this is a crime against the civilian population of Donbass, she said, echoing the Kremlin twisted narrative that the neo-Nazis control Ukraine despite the president himself being Jewish. So this thing with despite the president being Jewish, they can't be Nazis is like the United States had a, let's say, black president. There's no racism here anymore. That's the exact, or they start saying that that's here in the United States that's systemic racism. How could that be systemic racism? And they point the finger only on one group that could be racist. You know what the group is, right? All right. So it's how could that be when we had a black president? Not biracial, black, even if it's 50%, but he was the first black president. So if he had a black president, how could we still have racism? The same here. If there's a Jewish president in charge of Ukraine, how could there be Nazis in Ukraine? Are you kidding me? Man, you're so illogical. So this is the people we're dealing with, and they're right for daily beast. And not only, it's not only daily beast. So the death penalty is a measure of punishment these fascists deserve, he wrote on Telegram, accusing those fighters of Ukraine of crimes against humanity. And that was Vyacheslav Volodin, who's, I think, in charge of the Duma in Russia. So the Russia's defense minister has repeatedly claimed the foreign volunteers fighting for Ukraine are mercenaries who are not protected by international humanitarian laws, despite the men officially joining the Ukrainian military. Kremlin spokesman, hey, why do you say Dmitry? He said, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov. Why did you say he is a man and Zakharova was a person? That's very, very insensitive here. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov told reporters earlier this week that the British authorities, hoping to appeal the death sentence against Piner and Aslin, must turn now to Moscow for help, but to authorities of the country whose court issued the sentence, Russian proxies in the unrecognized Donetsk People's Republic. So they said that the British authorities who wants to appeal the death sentence against those must turn not to Moscow, but to authorities there that are unrecognized, by these guys. So while the fate of the foreign captives hangs in balance, the friends and loved ones of Ukrainian troops who were captured defending Mariupol's Azovstal steel plant have begged the world not to forget them either. Hundreds of Ukrainian defenders remain in captivity in territory occupied by Russian proxies. Their condition is unknown. So they're afraid now that they will be all considered mercenaries and terrorists and all that. Some of them will, with evidence and without evidence, because that's how it works. And the same happens on the other side too. Don't be a fool. So nevertheless, that's how war is. What do you expect? You kill my people, I kill your people, and then you kill my people again, I kill your people again. This is how the war goes. And then when I snatch your people, some of your people, I will show no mercy, as you didn't when you captured mine. But your court proceedings, the hearings were all perfect. Mine were all rigged, correct? Yeah, because it's the battle between good and evil. So 2 Americans captured. We'll see what happens with them. I will look into it. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.